Alright guys, here it is. This is the new handgun that I'm going to try out and just see how I like it. Basically, the reason I picked this up was because somebody had bought a SIG P320. I had never really messed with one, and he told me he wanted me to check it out, and I was pretty amazed by the way the trigger felt. So I went to the gun store to look at them, and they had this one in, and I just had to get it. We'll talk about that. This is the SIG P320 TAC Ops edition. And right here is just some of the paperwork I wanted to show you guys it comes with. It comes with Lucas, which you guys know I'm already trying this out and using it. And comes with a manual here. Stuff about SIG ammo. And where's that here? SIG sticker. And some Lucas gun oil information. Now, mainly the reason why I bought this was not because it's the TAC Ops edition, but basically because it was $70 more than the standard SIG P320 full size, but it came with 2 extra 21-round magazines, and it came with night sights, and we'll go over that here in a second. So here it is, guys. Now the magazines do extend out of the bottom of the gun, like this. You can get the flush-fitting magazines that would hold 17 rounds, and they would fit more flush right here, or you could use these extended ones like this. I think these are really cool, though, and I don't really mind the way they look when they're in the gun. And, you know, to give you 21 rounds plus one in the chamber, that's some awesome firepower. Now, I really do like the night sights on this, which is one of the main reasons that I went for this. And it has the H3, which is a fiber optic sight that'll glow outside with any light coming from above. And then it has a tritium vial inside this, so in the dark it will also glow as well. Then the rear sights are just tritium that will glow in the dark. I do like the fact that this has the front serrations, and the serrations aren't bad. They're not the best for getting a grip, but they're not horrible either. So let's kind of go over some of the things. This is a pre-shooting review, guys. And basically, I was hoping to shoot this and put in some shooting clips as I did the review, but unfortunately, where I shoot is a swamp this weekend, and I didn't get to get out there and get any shooting done for this video. When I do get some shooting in on this, I will put that video up. But like I said, unfortunately, it's a swamp where I go to shoot. It's just been raining like crazy. So, but with the pre-shooting review here, I will be able to tell you right up front some of the things I like and dislike. Now, one of the things I really like about this gun, and what kind of drew me to it, was the way the trigger feels. The trigger has a very, very nice, crisp, smooth feel. The trigger has a feel to it that makes it seem much lighter than what it is. It is actually anywhere from about 5.5 pounds to about 7 pounds. But because the trigger is wide and it's smooth, it just has that feeling that it seems lighter than what it is. So here's the trigger pull. There's the take up right here. And then here's the reset. And once again, trigger pull. Now, I find that when doing dry firing drills that I've been doing a lot with this, that it's very easy for me to keep these sights steady and not move when I dry fire the gun. That's one of the things that I'm really liking so far about this. Another thing that I really like about this is the stippling. This is one of the rare few polymer guns where they actually did it right. The stippling feels good. It almost seems like an aftermarket stipple job. It's not aggressive. I mean, you could rub this on your skin, on your side, and it's not going to do anything. As you can see, some of my skin's in there now, dead skin cells, but it's not going to do anything to your skin. I really like the feeling of this stippling, and it really, really is one of the things that I liked about this gun when I first picked it up. The mag release is very nice. It has very good spring tension. It shoots the mags out. And It has a very nice Picatinny rail up here. I'm not sure which light I'm going to use. I know that my X300 light will not go on here. So we'll have to see. If any of you guys have one of these, give me a recommendation for what light you're using on your SIG 320 rail. Okay, let's talk about some of the things that so far I really don't like about the gun. You probably knew this was going to come up. Bore axis. I've been talking about bore axis for years on different guns, and when you hold the gun as high as you can only go so high with this because of this little beaver tail edge here on the back. It feels like the slide is very high above your hand. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but it's just something that I'm not used to. One of the other things I found so odd when I grip this gun in my shooting stance and grip is when I go like this and I use my traditional grip, I almost feel like my thumb has nowhere to go. My thumb was wanting to come up here to this rail and use it like a gas pedal, like this, and wanting to hold down on this, which I don't know if that's the way I'm going to want to shoot. But it just feels like my thumb's out in limbo here. And let me kind of give you an idea why I think that is. I'm so used to shooting Glocks, and this is my Vickers Glock here. As you can see, there's a raised portion right here. So for me, it's natural just to grab this gun and to put my thumb right here. So this portion is kind of out from the frame of the gun. There's a bump here. See how it cuts in at the rail, and this is out? So to put my thumb there feels natural to me. But when I first gripped this gun in my natural grip, it just felt weird, like my thumb was in too far. And what that is that's just from being used to shooting a Glock. So we'll have to see how that... It feels real smooth, and I just don't know. Like I said, my thumb was having a tendency to want to go up here to the rail like this. And if I put a light on there, I'm not going to be able to do that. Another thing is if you're one of those guys that likes to use the slide stop lever to drop the slide, which I don't, you'll find that these are very hard to actuate, these little levers. The spring is very stiff, and it is ambi on the slide stop levers. But you'll find that if you're going to use these when you insert a new mag, I did find that the pressure it takes to release these, it takes quite a bit to release the slide from this position. And like I said, now when I did that, I actually pulled back and let pressure up and then pulled it down, and it made it easier to drop the slide. Now what I do when I shoot is I use the overhand method, where when it's back and I insert a new mag, I come up over top, grip, and rip, and let it fly home. That's the way I drop the slide, so it's not really going to be a big deal to me at all. As most of you probably know, the pistol is modular. The trigger pack is inside, and there's a serial number. You can take out the trigger pack, and you can buy custom lowers here right through the mail. Standard ones start out at about $44. You can buy a whole different caliber setup, and you can put the trigger pack in there, the registered trigger pack, and you can shoot it from the other frames. You can get frames where they customized them. They put colors on them and different things and patterns, and you can buy it and put the trigger pack in there, and you know, put your slide and put your trigger pack in and start shooting. So that's kind of cool. I don't think I'll ever buy a different caliber setup for the gun. It gets kind of pricey when you add a slide and a barrel and a lower. Yeah, I'll probably just keep it the way it is right here. But so far, guys, I really like this thing. It came with 4 21-round mags and these really nice H3 night sights that has a fiber optic and the tritium inside. And it was only $70 more than what the standard full size would be. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me to go ahead and pick this one up. I hope to get back to you guys with a shooting review real soon. So far, I really like the gun in my dry fire practice and in my handling it. Except for the few little quirks that I told you about, I'm really thinking that this is going to be something that I like. Oh, and another thing I almost forgot. I did place an order for a Stealth Gear OWB holster. Because this gun is so big, I wanted to go over the waistband. And I can always conceal something like this over the waistband easily, being a big guy. No problems at all. Summertime, winter, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's going to be, I think they told me when I ordered it that it was going to take 25 days or 21 days. I think it's 25. So it's going to be a few weeks before I get that holster from Stealth Gear, but I'm really looking forward to that. One of my viewers actually recommended Stealth Gear to me. That's why I'm getting one. I looked into them and I thought, hey, you know, I'll check one out. They had some kind of a discount code for the NRA gun show or something when I was on there, and I think it got 30% off. But it was still real pricey, guys. The Stealth Gear holsters are real pricey, and I'm going to be able to give you the full truth on if it's worth it or not after I use it for a little bit. And hey, if it's not, I'll be the first one to tell you if that holster is not worth the money. And if it works great, I'll let you know that too. So, all right, guys, there it is. The SIG P320 TAC Ops. My first time trying one out. Never shot one yet. All right, guys, until next time, this is H4T, and I'm out.